When playing Skyblock, it's quite common to have things that you like and don't like doing. After all, you can choose to farm or not to farm, fish or not to fish, mine or not to mine, forage or not to forage. People who get obsessed with doing a certain task or skill will quite clearly have different motives. Some people want the coins, other people want the skill XP, maybe it's Skyblock XP, but some people get that obsessed that they want to climb the leaderboards higher and higher. And I guess the great thing is that there's a leaderboard for everything. Even the most boring skill in the game has an abundance of people grinding for those leaderboards. Now, 333 million Dark Oak log collection might not sound like a massive amount, but to put it into perspective, I'm foraging 38, and my Dark Oak collection is considerably higher than any of my other collections, and that's only 5.3 million. Bearing in mind I did 2 stints of 24 hours grinding Dark Oak. I wouldn't say I've foraged a lot, but probably more than a lot of people. Now, of course, collection is also influenced by minions. However, foraging minions are so painfully slow that there's really, in terms of gaining leaderboards for foraging, got to be some sort of manual aspect. Unless you've had hyper-maxed foraging minions since the day Skyblock was released, probably wouldn't even get close to the collection even then. And that's what makes these numbers so impressive. Let's take a look at something different. Total Zombie Slayer XP. Now, Zombie Slayer has got to be one of the easiest slayers to do. Having said that, 310 million Zombie Slayer XP is absolute insanity, which is over double that of second place. That is insane. Now, I'd say I'm somewhat relatively experienced with revs. I have 15 million XP, I've dropped 6 Warden Hearts, but I only have 15 million XP. Right, you compare that to 310 million. I've spent hours upon hours running around this little cave right here, killing the crypt ghouls and spawning revenants. But it doesn't come anywhere near. Even top 100 has 25 million Zombie Slayer XP, and that is a lot of XP. Now, back in the day, there was a massive rev trading outbreak. And when I say trading, I mean kill spawn, kill spawn, kill spawn, kill spawn. Just isn't as prominent nowadays, leaving this 310 million Zombie Slayer XP by Timmy pretty much impossible to beat. I'm not saying that he rev traded, I don't exactly know, but yeah, what an absolute trooper. Let's take a look at some more. But before we do, if you are planning on purchasing anything from the Hypixel store, make sure to use code NITRO to get yourself 5% off. You should subscribe to the channel. If you watch the videos and you haven't subscribed, please make sure to do so. You should join the Discord server, it's linked in the description of this video. We offer slayers and dungeon carries, so if you need carries or want to carry and make some coins, make sure to join. What we have in front of me is probably one of the most frustrating sights for any Hypixel Skyblock player, especially if you don't have great ping and live outside of America. Obtaining Melody Tier means that you have to get perfect completions on a multitude of different songs, eventually concluding with La Vie en Rose. Oui, oui. Most people will attempt to complete it once, and then never touch it ever again. But sometimes once is simply just not enough. How about 102 times? I feel sorry, I really do. Who made you do this? Were you taken hostage? Don't get me wrong, even 60 is crazy, and to be honest, anything more than 1 is a little bit insane. To get on the top 100 leaderboard, you'd actually only have to complete it 8 times, which is still a bit of a chore. I have a lot of questions. Why? Being one of them. But fair play. 102 completions. I mean, it's hard enough to do 1. Now, the great thing is there is a leaderboard for pretty much anything. Even auctions sold uncommon leaderboard. Meaning that auctions that you've sold that are uncommon items. Him selling over 38,000 uncommon items is a pretty tough one to beat. It would take quite a while. How about something like Rabbit Collection? 660 million Rabbit Collection, almost double that of second place, and, well, over triple that of third. Is this minions or not? I mean, the real question is why would you have rabbit minions down for so long, but maybe it's for leaderboards. Now, my collection is at 263,000. I maxed out the collection, that's all I wanted. I mean, it is just simply minions, there's nothing else to it. But what if you were to manually grind rabbits? Well, you would have to head over in the direction of the farming islands, and yeah, you wouldn't be stopping at the first one. You need to go over to the Mushroom Desert, and now the hunt begins. And here we find rabbits. Not in a, you know, not really an abundance of them. Yeah, it would be quite the interesting grind. How about the leaderboard for deaths? Deaths to absolutely anything. Almost 126 million deaths. Wow. Even to make this leaderboard, you'd need to have almost 1 million deaths, which is quite a lot. And I wonder if there's actually somebody who is going for the leaderboard. I mean, 125 million deaths, otherwise you'd, I guess, have to be on the game pretty much 24/7 and grinding something that makes you die all the time. Unless you somehow made it a contraption on your island whereby every time you fell out of the map, you respawn, I guess, just falling back into the void, and you could probably just go AFK. To be honest, it's probably my best option if I ever wanted to get something on the leaderboard, honestly. How about the most summoning has contributed towards dragons? Top of the leaderboard at 63,000. Wow. There's even leaderboards for the first player to join the server. I don't know how accurate this actually is. I'm sure there's probably the people that claim that they were there before these people, but I don't know, it's still pretty cool to see. I mean, these records will never be beaten, that's for sure. And we've not even touched on the Rift yet. 100,000 Metal Heart Collection. Fair enough, I give props to you because, quite a tedious grind. How about the leaderboard for bottled Ordinatas, or Ordinata bottled? Like, that is just, okay, 228 doesn't sound like a lot. However, this is pain. It just is utter pain, and it gets to a point where you don't really need to do it anymore. And yeah, the person who was 228 surely must have been doing this simply for leaderboard, or maybe, I don't know, I can't really see any other reason why. To get top 100, you would only have to bottle 40 Odonatas, which in reality probably isn't the greatest challenge. However, it's something that I guess pretty much nobody enjoys doing, and it just is tedious. So if you've got the persistence to do 228, then fair enough. 504,000 horse Zukas shot. This person must have gone insane in the process. And for those of you who don't know what a horse Zuka is, it's basically just an item that you obtain in the Rift, and its ability is that it launches a horse to clear hay. So 500,000 horses shot out of an item in Skyblock. And to be honest, the leaderboard's not even close. Literally an egg and almost double the horse's shot of anybody else. Crazy. 6,144 hot dogs given. Crazy. I've got to say, at some points in the Rift, you've always got to think who and what were they thinking when they developed this. Regardless of that, topping the leaderboard by over double, 6,144, is a crazy amount of hot dogs. And another one of the most painful things to do in the Rift. Agaria's cap harvested. 14,000. Second place with 12,000, and nobody else being anywhere near. Even to get on leaderboard, you need over 641, which to be honest, just does not sound fun at all. But having in the thousands is one thing, but having over 10,000 and close to 15,000 is just insanity. Some of these placements on the leaderboards are just crazy. A ridiculous amount of time dedicated, concentration, and I guess willpower not just to give up. And to be honest, it's just scratching the surface. I'm sure there's many very impressive leaderboards that I've probably missed. But that's going to happen considering there is literally hundreds if not thousands of leaderboards for pretty much everything in the game. Anyway, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you do leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.